Góðan daginn and welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my Project Pal, my podcast, vlog, chat type of thing called the Project Pal. I think that's the third time I've said it, so because I have projects and they are in pals and I just keep adding to them. I talk mainly about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, what I'm working on, what I finished, and what I want to get to work on next. And I do chat quite a bit about the weather because I'm showing my age. Mind you, I have a window open right now, so apparently one of my neighbors is hammering something. I hope he's not up on the roof because it's been really foggy and it was a little drizzly rain just like not even an hour ago, so I really hope he's not on the roof. That's like kind of terrifying thought. But yeah, I'm actually filming this way later than usually. I'm like, it is just before 6 in the afternoon on Saturday, the 20th of August. Usually I film somewhere between 11 and 2 in the afternoon. I'm a little later today because I decided I wanted to knit quite a bit more in this project, and then I had a bit of coffee shop date with my friend. So yeah, so this project I'm still working on the sweater. Oh, look, that looks like a lot on camera, doesn't it? But yeah, this right up to the yellow is a single skein. This is so cool. The amount of just fabric that you can make with a single skein of this yarn is just amazing. I am amazed. So yeah, I started this like just over a week ago, and I've literally just now gotten to a second skein. This is from Ice Yarns. This is the Angora Color Glitz that I've had for, I'm guessing, like 2 or 3 years. So mix of Angora, acrylic and lurex, and 100-gram skeins are 550 meters. And what I'm making is a very simple pattern that I found in a magazine of a very straightforward jumper or sweater. The original pattern is like actually a combination of, I think it's like a cotton and mohair, obviously from another company, and it's very straightforward. The most complicated thing in that pattern is that the color change in that. I'm gonna stop saying and actually show you the pattern. Oh, you know, not the pattern, because the pattern is in Icelandic, and don't think there's many Icelanders watching this, but it's this type of dealio that I'm just doing a semblance of. So the most complicated thing about this original pattern is the color change here, which I have to admit, it looks gorgeous. I really love how this sweater looks. But I have a collection of yarn. I have a lot of yarn that I want to use up, so I decided to use this Angora blend from Ice Yarns that I've had, like I said, for quite a while. And I'm really loving how the... Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, love it. So in the original pattern, you're supposed to knit until you got like 38 or 39 centimeters in the body before you... So my neighbor downstairs is throwing something around. Interesting. Well, there's a bunch of kids, so if we hear any more bumps, that's kids. What was I saying? I cannot remember. The kids threw me off. But yeah, it's a very, very simple. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, the original pattern is like 38, 39 centimeters. I'm currently at like 43. I got about 33 centimeters out of a single skein of ice yarns. That's a lot. And I'm really in love with the color change. And the glitz, the glitter. Oh, I don't feel like it's. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, oh, I like this. I like it. I'm really looking forward to how the sweater is gonna turn out like, because I am a chaotic person, so I do not mind the fact that the sleeves are not gonna match the body. Which I'm looking on the bright side. My right arm is gonna be different from my left arm, so if ever I have a day that is confused, I can just look at my arms. I really love how the colors are turning out. That is so cool. The color change in this is just so cool, and it's so light as well. Like, this is probably the lightest sweater so far that I have made. I'm impressed. I really like this. So I think the kids are playing with the balcony door downstairs. Oh well. So yeah, I did mention that I went on a like coffee house date with my friend, and I brought my ow. Yeah, I brought my scarf with me, made with the Sildar jewel spun. I brought this entire thing with me because it is sitting so pretty on this spinner thing that I just packed the entire thing into a bag and took it with me. It's a lot easier to work with this, like this type of ball when it's sitting on this type of thing, rather than have it like jump all over the coffee shop. It's like, I only got a few glances from a couple of tourists. They were trying their best to be very, very polite and not obvious, but they were like, you know, like you do when you're like outside and you don't want to creep people out, but you see something interesting, you try not to be a creep, you try not to be curious, at least not obvious, and you're like trying to glance. And I'm like, it's okay, I do the same thing. But yeah, I only did a little bit, like we were on there for like, I won't say about 2 hours, but most of that was taken up with chatting a lot. I really love how this is turning out. This is really, really simple ribbing. That looks so lovely on the monitor. It's a little darker the way I'm seeing it in real life, but it looks really nice on the monitor. I love it. It's gonna be so cool. I am feeling really rather full after the dinner date. Like we had stuffed bread and salad, and then we had a little like pastry in the dessert, and then, you know, a can of some soda and a full glass of a coffee drink, and I'm like, I am so full. I kind of feel like I'm gonna burst. So if I sound, I don't know, weirder than usual, that's probably it. I'm just feeling really, really full. Oh, the other thing that I really wanted to chat with you about is I did dig up some more of yarn that, you know, it has been in my stash for a while. Like this mohair blend. I cannot remember when I got this. It's one of these sale, one of the yarns that I got from off a sale. It's really soft, and I really love how it looks like this, like tassel things. I really love how they look, and just the vibrancy of the colors and how they're just so pretty. And I have a lot of this yarn. I'm guessing that these are 50-gram balls with about 100 meters. It's a mohair polyester acrylic blend. I'm not the biggest fan of these labels. They get really, really confusing to read. But yeah. So I've been thinking about with this yarn, because I really, really, really want to get to using it, is I'm toying with the idea of doing this pattern again, but you know, when I'm done with this one, instead of starting yet another project, then yeah, try it again with this pattern or this yarn, because I think that this yarn in a sweater would be really, really, really nice. It might be really, really fluffy. It might be a delight to wear, and I got a lot of this yarn. So, you know, making a sweater out of it would be, I think, might not be the dumbest idea. Just the color change is just in this. Focus on the yarn, thank you. Like going from the hot pink to the pale yellow to the candle purplish to neon orange. I like it. So yeah. It's actually really difficult to be talking at this time of day. It's like I feel really full, and I'm not feeling as chatty as I do in the late mornings. It's like, interesting. Honestly, I'm feeling a little dumb right now. I had so many things that I want to chat about, and now I'm just like, that's weird. That's very weird. I was so certain I was gonna be like chattering like a chatterbox, but apparently spending 2 hours chatting with my friends just before sitting down to chat with you emptied my well. I need to keep that in mind for next time. But yeah. But yeah, I've got like I got this much done with the sweater. I know I was talking about hopefully I would be able to like have a sleeve started by this time. Obviously that's not quite where I'm at, because I want, so the original pattern calls for like 38 or 39 centimeters. Where is my, excuse me, there we go. That is about 15 inches. Okay. Thing is that would hit me somewhere around my hip bone, and I would like this to be a little longer than that. I am currently sitting at around 43 centimeters or 17 inches, and I'm shining like my sister. I would like to be somewhere around 18 or 19 inches, because I would like this sweater to be on the longer side. Because I know when I'm looking at this picture, I kind of feel like this sweater is way longer than what the pattern calls for. But then again, there aren't any measurement for like the model or anything else. It's just translation. There's nothing that says, you know, the model is this tall or roughly this size, so, and the sweater that she's wearing is this size that we're giving you up. And it's I would like that, so that you could have a little better idea of what you're making. But yeah, the original one is a combination of it's a Sandnesgarn yarn from Sandnesgarn, and it's a okay, so I'm doing this with a single thread of yarn, but in the original you have two threads of two different yarns. One is a mohair blend and the other is a like a cotton viscose linen blend. I'm not doing that, obviously. I'm marching to my own tune, so I'm making a single thread from an Angora mix. Oh, that's right. The first skein that I had, it had two knots, which, considering the length of yarn, I'm actually kind of impressed by. That in what, over 500 meters, there are two knots. Not bad. Not bad. I'm really looking forward to seeing if there's gonna be any knot in the sildar. I still hesitate every time I'm trying to pronounce it. It's like still a little weird. But yeah, so far everything is coming along. It is going at my own speed. I think I ate something wrong. I'm starting to get the burpees. So before my burpees begin, I'm actually gonna cut this a little short right now, because I feel them coming up and they're somewhere in my stomach, and I'd rather get this done before I start burping like yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be enough for me this weekend. I know I'm actually really excited to see how much I get done before I see you again next weekend. Whether I'll have a single sleeve done or if I manage to get the second sleeve. Fingers crossed, I'll at least have one sleeve done, and then I'll maybe be able to get the second one started. Because I like a little slower going, obviously, when I'm working full time, but still exciting to see how far I get. So yeah, that's gonna be enough for me this weekend. I will hopefully see you again next weekend and have something. I don't know where I'm going with this. My brain is going like whoop. And yeah, catch you again next weekend. And until then, hopefully you take care and have. I really hope that life is as good to you as it can possibly be. And I'll see you again next weekend. Okay, bless.